there's two plays that right off the bat come to mind. On the 3rd down and 9, the completion to Timmy Pats on the seam stop. That ball, like Timmy Pats was actually starting to sit down. Yeah, after he crossed the first down marker to come back, and as he was starting to sit down, Bo was loading. And so right as he started to turn around, the ball was out. So he's actually, which tells me he's not a sight thrower. He's an anticipatory thrower. He knows what route he wants to throw, and that ball is out before the defenders can react on it. So if you're waiting to throw that ball, right, and you wait until he turns around and starts walking back to you, two things can happen. One, DBs can see that, they can break on it. Two, he could start working his way back down the stem and actually get himself out of first down range. You know what I'm saying? And so that ball is so on time that it's hitting him in the chest as soon as he turns around, and he just falls down and picks up 12 on a 3rd and 9. Like, it's perfectly executed. Same thing on the throw on the little dagger, the in-cutting route to Courtland Sutton that got them down toward the goal line is, he's looking at the middle through route, right, holding it, and then the anticipatory nature, he's throwing it right over the curl flat defender that's right there. He's eyeballing that guy, throwing off that guy, and he's eyeballing, boom, that ball is out, and as soon as Courtland's just starting to come out of his break, and the ball's already in the air. So those on-time throws, the anticipatory throws, you asked me to take it a step further. Would it have mattered had they had their first-team defense out there? And there is not one throw that would have been affected by having the starters out there. Not one. Now, would your protection have broken down a little bit? Maybe. Possibly. Like, if you had better pass rushers out there, would you have maybe had a few more incompletions because the timing would have been off, or you'd have been getting hit while you were releasing, all that stuff? Yes. But as far as throwing the ball on time and accurately, and that's the other thing, like even the swing passes, things are so directly on time that the backs are catching those things. The tight ends are catching little spot routes before anybody can react to them. So that ball is out, it's on time, it's in the hands of the running back, and the running back turns and heads toward the line of scrimmage before the guys can put their foot in the ground and react and break toward the tackle. So you're getting an opportunity to get an extra step or two before the defense can even react because it's out of his hands so quickly. So I just thought that he was exceptional decision-making and accuracy and timing, the quickness of getting the ball out of his hand.
What about what did you see when you looked at the film? Bill Belichick, talking to Pat McAfee, saw this when he looked at the film.
Look, he's played well in preseason, but it's preseason. The coverages are simple, but he's delivered the ball well. He's got it out on time. He sees the field well. He's done a good job of taking care of the ball. He's done a good job of extending some plays and making good decisions with the ball in his hands under some pressure.
So when you look at the film, just how vanilla were these defenses? Are these the kind of defenses that he'll see at all during the course of the season? Is any part of your judgment of what you've seen from Bo tempered by the idea that, yeah, he's going up against real basic stuff here?
Sure. That's always going to be a preseason thing, right? You're not going to show any of your exotic stuff. There's going to be very limited exotic stuff that you'll show. But with that said, you're going to see every one of the defenses you faced. You're going to see a cover 3, a match cover 3. You're going to see quarters. You're going to see, quarters lock. You're going to see cover 2. You're going to, like, everything that you saw this preseason, you're going to see that. Now, there may be some wrinkles, right? I'm not talking about Rich Scangarello.
I miss wrinkles.
Yeah, I do too. But I'm talking about, where you invert a cover 2, which just means the safety rolls down and plays the flat, and the corner goes high and plays, that half of the field. Do you know what I mean? So it's just a different guy. So you may think, oh, this is wide open in the flat, I'm going to throw it, and as you throw it, all of a sudden here comes a safety and pick 6, because it'll be so there's going to be some slight wrinkles, but the bottom line is he sees the field, he sees the coverage, he knows where he wants to go with the ball, he knows exactly who they're trying to put in conflict, and he is delivering the ball on time in an accurate fashion.
I know Sean has stayed away from this, but come on, let's just be real. He thinks he has his next Drew Brees. There's just too many similarities between what Drew Brees was as a quarterback and how you are trying to sell Bo Nix.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not expecting Sean to do it, although I guarantee you, if Bo Nix goes on to have a great career, you're going to hear we've heard all kinds of stories about the famous legendary session that they had after his, pro day when they gave him all that material at 8:00 at night and then had him regurgitate it the next morning. And that after about 12 throws, Sean looks over at George Payton and says, "This is our guy." I mean, that's all stuff of legend now already.
Right.
But I guarantee you, if Bo goes on to have a great career, what's going to be added to that is we walked out of that thinking that's Drew Brees.
Yeah.
I got my new Drew Brees.
Yeah.
Should we start really leaning into the Drew Brees comparisons? Do you watch what you see on film and do you see it?
Yeah. From the decision-making process and the ball out of your hand quickly and accurately and on time, yes, absolutely. Now, is he bigger and a little bit more, a little stronger and a little bit more physically gifted than Drew? Yep, he is. So, which is all a positive. Man, there was one play off a fake pitch boot. They fake pitch and they kind of boot. And they're running some type of flood concept. So they have a kind of guy in the flat. Then they have Timmy Pats, running a shallow drag or shallow cross. And then they have somebody kind of running a deeper, a deeper kind of crossing route, like a shallow and then a low cross. And so he fakes the pitch and gets out on the edge, and the defense then reads it really well. And there's a defender out there that's basically playing, that's playing kind of that area of the football field, trying to take away those crossers. And he throws it to the shorter of the two crossers, right? And I think it was Timmy Pats. And it's just beautifully executed. And it's funny because there was an opportunity to squeeze the ball over the defender, right, and get a bigger chunk yardage play. But you can see the development in his head going, that's a better or that's a bigger gain, but that defender can affect that throw, and this guy who's chasing me is on me, and he could affect my throw. So it was just, let me take what the defense gave me real quick and just get it to Timmy Pats and get 6 or 7 yards. So there was that, and then the other play, the touchdown to Timmy Pats, the quick decision and the off-platform throw that was money. I mean, just absolute money. And they were flooding that. They had 4 receivers coming over into that shallow area, where they faked to the back hit the flat. Timmy Pats was on a slide, so he was sliding toward the end, the end zone. They had one guy that was running, just kind of a like a corner type of route in there.
Can you tell who was the primary read on a play like that? Because I was struck by that was only a 2-yard touchdown pass, but that was not an easy touchdown pass.
It was a great, not a good throw, a great throw. And so normally the way that's read out is it's the flat guy is first, right? Because you're flagging it. He's hitting the flat. If he's open, just get it to him right now. The slide guy is second, and then the guy running the kind of corner is the third, and then the fourth guy, it was Courtland Sutton running the back line coming all the way from the opposite side. And so that's usually how it goes. It goes kind of the progression, the shortest route, 1, 2, and then 3. So that's usually how they read that out. And he eliminated, because the backer, whoever it was, tried to run with the back right off the bat. He eliminated that right now. And then it was just money. And it was a great off-platform, perfectly executed. And that's the other thing. These short passes, these short passes aren't as easy as people think they are. right? Sometimes you'll see guys, have bad throws. They're not as easy as they think. That he is awesome at that stuff.
Yeah, well, did he throw it behind his back?
No. That's next.
Right.
They're probably working on it this
right
week.
Yeah.
I'm here.
We're going to need
until
you
he
to
starts
throw
throwing,
a ball behind your back.
Exactly. I mean, great. Awesome. But until he's throwing stuff behind his back, does it really matter?
That's a great point.
Does it really matter?
Nope.